Hello, very good evening to all. And I'm Vivek. And in this video, what we are going to do now, we are going to do and try to solve the solution for your AIT, right? AIT, that is All India Level Test 1. So in this, I'm going to provide you a video solution for all the questions. Basically, I'm trying to cover all the questions. But however, if the time constraint are there, then we solve the most the important questions or the questions in which you all are facing some problem and challenges, right? But I'll try to finish all question so that you get a better idea for this, right? So let's start. Today is the first class for this AI test. This is our first AI test. I accept all of you that this test went very good for all of you, right? So let's start with the solution part. Yeah. So the first question that is asked in this question in this AIT paper is the molecular mass of unknown compound X2 is found to be 46 gram per mole, right? What will be its molecular mass? So this is very simple and the tricky question, we can say that, because the molar mass is already given, right? So if someone say, what do you mean by the molar mass, right? So what is molar mass, beta? Can anyone tell me? Molar mass क्या होता है? So molar mass is nothing, but this is the mass of one mole, right? So molar mass is the mass of one mole, where molecular mass is what? Where the molecular mass is the mass of the molecule, right? Mass of the molecule. So numerically, if I'm talking, they are all same, right? If the X2 molecule, or we say 1 mole of X2, they all having 46 gram. Numerically, they are equal. However, they are molecule mass, right? So they are their unit is terms into AMU, right? So numerically 46 is equivalent, but their unit is changed. So unit is nothing but AMU. So the option A is correct for this question. I hope all of you सबसे ज्यादा बच्चों ने इसी को सिलेक्ट किया होगा, ऑप्शन ए को ही किया होगा, राइट? बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, राइट? चलो, तो नेक्स्ट चलते हैं, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 27। सो क्वेश्चन नंबर जो 27 है हम लोगों का, उसमें क्या दिया है बेटा? तो उसमें बोला है इन एलीन दैट इज C3H4 you have to identify the type of hybridization of carbon atom, right? So आपको type of hybridization निकालना है. So how many of you know the correct formula of allene, right? So let's see that किस तरीके से इसका डॉट स्ट्रक्चर बनाते हैं हम लोग एलीन, so that you are able to find the hybridization, right? Because in chemical bonding, if you know the structure, then we can easily calculate the hybridization. So how will you draw allene structure better? Basically in allene we have a 3 carbon, right? So one is that is nothing but CH2, that is double bond, this is again C, and this is again double bond CH2. So this is the structure of the allene. Now in allene, the type of hybridization of carbon atoms are. So what type of hybridization carbon atoms show? Let's talk about the central carbon atom, right? So let me denote this with dash carbon so that you can differentiate between these two. So what is the hybridization? So we know now how will you find the hybridization by the steric number rule. You all know that is nothing but the number of sigma bond plus lone pair of electron, right? Plus lone pair of electrons. It means if you know the number of sigma bond and lone pair of electron, then we can easily calculate. So what is the number of sigma bond here? So this carbon, the middle one, it will form two sigma bond, one with this terminal carbon each, right? So they having a two sigma bond and zero lone pair. So we can say that they having hybridization like only two, like sp, right? So they having hybridization sp. Okay. Now, if I'm talking about the this CH2 and this CH2, what type of hybridization they show? So this will show which type of hybridization better? If you draw the structure now, it will be like C double bond C, and this carbon is surrounded by two hydrogen as well. So it will form three sigma bond. So again, three sigma bond plus zero lone pair. Three sigma bond matlab sp2. So what is the hybridization beta? That is sp2 and sp. So out of this, which option is correct? Definitely, that is option B is absolutely correct, right? That is the hybridization of this is nothing but sp2 and sp. So this is the correct explanation. I hope सबको समझ आ गया होगा. Clear है सबको, है ना? Good. Now, this question is also very, very important. That is, you have to find the N factor, right? So, what is the N factor for SO2 in the following reaction? So, for this reaction, you have to calculate the N factor. So, we know that we know this value N in a very detailed way. If we're talking about the equivalent concept, if we're talking about the normality, redox reaction, then we used to calculate this N. और हमने देखा भी था कि हम इस N को कैसे find out करते हैं. Various way to find this N, right? For example, for acidity, for basicity, for oxidation and reduction. So this question is from redox reaction. So we can use the concept by how many electron transfer takes place, whether it oxidation takes place or reduction takes place. So by using this, we can calculate the value of N. Right. So N means what? N means nothing. Let me solve this question 28. Right. So that is question number 28. Okay. So this is the solution of question number 28. Now, what is N factor? We all know now. We all know what is N factor. Yes, we know. N factor is nothing but number of electron transfer per molecule, right? That is number of electrons transferred per molecule in this question, right? So the N factor is nothing but the number of electron transfer per molecule of SO2 of SO2. Here we can say that this is SO2. Again, in this we have like sulfur. We have here sulfur. We have, so we just have to calculate the oxidation and reduction of this each, right? So we know that here SO2, right? Again, this SO2 here and N2SO4 become SO4 twice negative. So what is the difference between these two? How many electron loses or accepted? So we know that here the oxidation state of sulfur is nothing but 4, right? Because oxygen having -2 oxidation state, so they're having +4. Here also oxygen having -2, right? And this sulfur having how much? That is +6 oxidation state, because minus we know now how to find this oxidation state. Or let me show once that you can just define this term. If you want to calculate the oxidation state of sulfur, right? So how will you calculate? Just consider जिसको निकालना है उसको x consider करो. And we know that oxygen show -2. So -2 into 4, that is -8. And this is equal to -2. So x is comes out to be nothing but +6. Right. So from here we'll calculate this will be +6. So how many net number of electron transfer? That is 4 to 6 beta. 4 to 6. That is number of electron. That is N factor is what? Nothing but 2. The number of electron transfer per molecule of SO2 is 2. So we can say that the correct answer for this is option B. Right. So I hope this is clear to you. How will you find the correct one? Hmm? Chalo. Very good. So, in the next question, which of the following contain the greatest number of moles, right? So, you have to find the which of the following contain the greatest number of moles. We have a 32 gram of O2. So, let me write the data. That is 32 gram of O2. So, just solve here. So, we have 32 gram of O2, right? And what? And 1 gram of H2. That is 1 gram of H2, 1 gram of H2 we have, and और क्या है भाई 24 ग्राम of O2, 24 ग्राम of O2. ठीक है, let me, yeah, O3, 24 gram of O3 we have. And the last option says that all have the same number of moles. So let us find, and then we come to the conclusion. क्या सही है क्या गलत है. So 32 gram of O2, and what you have to find which of the following contains the greatest number of moles, right? So you have to calculate the greatest number of moles. So we know now how will you calculate mole beta. We all know that mole is equal to nothing but mass divided by molar mass, right? So this is the formula for calculating mole. So we know that mole is nothing but mass upon molecular mass. Okay. So what is the mass in the first case? This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. Okay. So in case of the first one, 32 gram, mass is 32 and molecular mass of O2 is again 32. So this comes out to be 1 mole. This comes out to be 1 mole. Again, in this case, N is equal to mass is 1 and this is what this is? Yes, that is 2. So this will comes out to be 0.5 mole. So it is 0.5 mole. Yeah. Again, this that is 24. What is the molecular mass of O3? So molecular mass of O3 is nothing but 48, right? This is 48. Again, this comes out to be 1 by 2, that is 0.5 mole. Okay, so which will contain highest number of mole beta? That is nothing but first option, 32 gram of O2, because it will contain 1 mole. Rest all contain 0.5 mole, and again this is 0.5 mole, right? So which of the following contain highest number of mole? That is the 32 gram of O2. So this is again a very simple question. Okay. Now, this question is from quantum number, that is structure of atom, right? So this is very, very important question. You all learn all these thing in your 11th class. Okay. So among the below sets of quantum number, which one is not possible for an electron, right? Which one is not possible? So we know that we have a four set of quantum number, right? So we have four set of quantum number, right? And we have L, we have ML we have, and we have the spin quantum number, also known as Ms, right? So if you're talking about the N is known as principal quantum number. Okay, what is L? Azimuthal quantum number. What is ML? Magnetic quantum number. And what is MS? That is spin quantum number. Right, that is spin quantum number. So this all we have. So if you want to know which set of the following is not possible, so we know that L is always equal to n minus 1. So value of L is always n minus 1, and the value of ML is minus L2 plus L. And this is always depend upon whether we have two electrons or not, so plus or minus half. So among the set of the quantum which is not possible. So if this is 3, then L and L cannot be same, right? So it's never be like that n and L become same, because whenever n is 3, L might be 0, 1 or 2. So L is always less than n, right? So this is not possible, right? So option B is the incorrect one. And in this question, you have to identify the sets of quantum number which is not possible. So which set is not possible, beta? That is B. Okay, so B set is not possible. I hope this is clear. Chalo. Now, so this one is also very, very important question, that is identify the type of reaction given below. So we have we have alkyl halide. This will react with the NaCl. So whenever the alkyl halide react with the NaCl, what they form? They will form. Uh, so in this reaction, NaBr will be released and Cl takes the position of the Br. So this is simply, this is a very simple of the substitution reaction, like when the KCl or NaCl, one halogen replace the another halogen Br. So this type of reaction is known as substitution reaction, right? Because one Br is replaced by Cl. So this is known as a substitution reaction, right? So I hope this is clear to you. Good. Now, the next question is hydrogen peroxide on its reaction with Ki4 and NH2O4 respectively act as what? So whether they act as a reducing agent, whether they act as an oxidizing agent or what? So let's see the reaction of KiO4 and NH2O2 hydrogen peroxide. Then we'll get to know, right? So whenever the KiO4 and this is react with H2O2, right? That is hydrogen peroxide. What they will form? They will form KiO3 plus H2O plus O2, right? So here you can observe that the oxidation state of iodine, here what oxidation are doing, that is minus 2 for the 8 and plus 1, that is 7. And here the oxidation state of iodine become 6 plus 1, that is 5, right? So iodine oxidation number decrease from 7 to 5. So what does it take place? This is reduction. And reduction means what, beta? Reduction means what? Hmm? Yeah, it means here, hydrogen peroxide and reaction respectively act as a, so hydrogen helps in reduction, right? Hydrogen peroxide help the reduction of iodine. So we can say that it acts as a reducing agent, right? On the other hand side, when the NH2OH is react with hydrogen peroxide, it will convert it into N2O3 plus H2O. Okay, and here now again observe the oxidation state. So here the oxidation state of N is nothing but plus 1, and here the oxidation state become plus 3. So here oxidation state increase means oxidation. So here oxidation will take place. So oxidation means what? Oxidation means this H2O2 act as an oxidizing agent to help the oxidation of nitrogen. So option A is absolutely correct. That is, the hydrogen peroxide act as a reducing agent as well as oxidizing agent. So this is all about, right? Okay. Now, move to the next question. That is question number 34. Okay. So what the question number 34 asks basically. So this is the reagent needed for this converting, right? So which reagent you need for the converting of this, right? So let's see which reagent you generally need for the converting of this. So this is basically, catalytic hydrogenation and the Lindlar catalyst is give syn addition with the alkyne can be selectivity. We know that we already studied this thing in the GOC, right? And hydrocarbon, we know that whenever the catalytic hydrogenation, right? Whenever the catalytic hydrogenation takes place, and Lindelar catalyst gives syn addition with alkynes and can be, we can observe here as well. So the what is the correct option? That is the Li and NS3. The reagent need for the converting is this nothing but the Li and NH3. So this lithium and ammonia, है ना? This will give this addition. So always Lindlar catalyst these are, and these are always give this reaction. So always reaction. Remember this lithium and NH3 is the correct one. Now, let's move to the question number 35. So what the question number 35 asks, beta? From B2S6, all the following can be prepared except. So this is from the P block element. So they are asking from B2S6, all the following can be prepared except. So out of this four, which will not prepared from the B2S6, right? So again, it's a very simple thing. We know that whenever the B2S6 is treated, always boric acid will be formed, right? So B2S6, all the following can be prepared. So boric acid will be prepare the S3BO3. How will you prepare? Can you know? Yeah. Whenever the B2S6 is treated with the H2, right? When the B2S6 is treated with the H2O, good amount of H2O, then the boric acid will be full formed. ठीक है? Boric acid बनता है. क्या बनता है बेटा यहाँ? Boric acid. So this will be formed. Again, we know that when the B2S6 are treated, again B2O3 also formed. This will also form and sodium boron hydride also form. So which of the following cannot be prepared by this method? This one. Right. So only the this one, that is C. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Now, let's move to the next question. That is the state of hybridization of the central atom and the number of lone pair over the central atom in TOCl3. So for this question, you have to draw the diagram. So this question is from the chemical bonding. So we can know that how will you draw the diagram of POCl3. So we know that this is the diagram of POCl3, right? So this is the diagram of POCl and 3. Okay. Now, so you have to find the hybridization of the central atom and the number of lone pair over the central atom. So is there any lone pair in this atom? Hmm? Okay. So let me first calculate the hybridization. So we know that first chorus belong to the 15th group. So they having the, they having the, how many valence electron they have? So they're having the 5 valence electron, right? So they're having the 5 valence electron and 3 valency. So we have a 5 valence electron, like 3 electrons involved with the chlorine and 2 electron किसके साथ involved है? Oxygen के साथ. So total they have a 5 electron. Out of 5, how many sigma bond in this? So number of sigma bond is equal to 3 plus 1, that is 4. And no lone pair, right? And no lone pair. So that is only 4. 4 means what, beta? 4 means sp3. And number of lone pair is 0. So there is no lone pair electron on POCl3. So we can say that the correct option is 36. That is C. Right. The correct option answer for the question number 36 is C. So sp3 and 0. This is the correct one. Now, let's see the next one. That is question number 37. So in this question, they are asking which one of the following statement concerning E2 reaction of alkyl halide is true. Right. So the rate of E2 on reaction depends only on the concentration of alkyl halide. No, this one is absolutely incorrect. Right. Because this will be happen in SN1 or SN2. Can anyone tell me? Yes. Just try to think. This the statement A is valid for which SN1 and SN2. Now, the second statement says that the rate of an E2 reaction depends only on the concentration of the base. The next say that the CH bond and the CHX is the halogen bond are broken in the same step. Yes, this one is absolutely correct. Right, alkyl chloride generally react faster than a no, this is wrong. So only option C, which is absolutely correct. Now, in this question for the reversible reaction, we have given our equation. So you have to calculate Kc for this reaction, right? So you have to calculate the Kc for this reaction. So let's see how will you calculate this. Hmm? Chalo. So we have a equation like N2 plus 3H2 is equal to 2NH3. The value of Kp is already given and you have to know the Kc. So we know now relation between Kp and Kc. Can anyone know what is the relation between Kp and Kc? That is Kp is equal to Kc and this is RT raised to the power delta Ng. Okay, so this is the relationship between Kp and Kc. So Kp is equal to Kc RT raised to the power delta Ng. So in this question, you have to calculate the Kc, right? Wall value we have. So let me first calculate the delta Ng. What is delta Ng for this reaction? That is number of gaseous mole. So here the product side number of gaseous mole is 2 and reaction sign 3 and 1, 4. That is minus 2. So here delta Ng comes out to be minus 2. What is temperature in this question, beta? So temperature is given 500 degrees Celsius. Yeah, there. This is degree Celsius. So this is a 500 degrees Celsius. So temperature is what? So temperature become 500 plus 273 Kelvin. Okay. So this comes out to be 773 Kelvin. So this is the temperature. So temperature is given that is 773 Kelvin. Now we know that R is always whenever the question is given, R is always we taken as that is nothing but 0.0821 and the unit is nothing but ATM liter per Kelvin and mole. Okay, Ji. Chalo. Now you have to just calculate the value of Kc. So I hope this is very easy task now because we know the formula, we know the relation Kp and Kc, we know the value of TR and we also get the value of delta Ng. So I hope we can easily calculate this. है ना? Chalo. So just put कर दो. So after one putting this value, what you will get? You will get this is nothing but a Kp upon RT and to the power Ng. Okay, so just put the value. So Kp value is given 1.44 10 raised to the power minus 5. Hmm? And this is nothing but 0.0821 into 773 and this is square. Okay, this is square or minus 2. Can anyone tell? Yes, this is minus 2 raised to the power minus 2. So just solve this. On solving, what you will get is the correct answer. So I thought in this question में तो आपको solve भी नहीं करना है. Already option इसी form में ही है. So just try to observe this. So which one is the correct option? That is B. Okay. So I hope this is very much clear to you कि B कैसे आया आंसर इसका और B कैसे करेक्ट है इसका आंसर. तो इस तरीके से आप लोग इसके लिए बेटा कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. चलो नेक्स्ट चलें. चलिए अब 39 क्वेश्चंस की बात करते हैं. In 39 questions, they are asking the total pressure exerted by the mixture of 16 gram of O2 and 2 gram of H2 confined in the bulb of volume of 1 liter at 27 degrees Celsius. So this question is from the Dalton law of partial pressure, like states of matter. So let's see how will you find the solution for this question. So that is nothing but question number 39. Let's solve this. So first of all, you have to calculate the number of moles of O2. So number of moles of O2. So number of moles of O2. Okay. So number of moles of O2 is nothing but their mass is given or we know the molecular mass. So it comes out to be 0.5 mole or we say 1 by 2 mole. We can say anything. Enough. Now the number of moles of hydrogen. So what is the number of moles of hydrogen? So number of moles of hydrogen. So number of moles of hydrogen. So molecular mass of hydrogen is already given that is 2 upon 2. It comes out to be 1 mole. Hmm. Chalo. So what is the total number of moles? Can anyone tell me? Yes. So total number of moles. Total number of moles is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 2 or we say it comes out to be 3 by. Hmm. So it comes out to be 3 by 2. Now we know that what is P. So P is nothing, but P is equal to nRT. So this comes out to be nRT upon V, where this N is the total number of moles. Just put the value. So this P is equal to N is equal to 3 by 2. R we have what we are we have 0.0821 and this is 300 and volume of the container is already given 1. So on solving, just try to solve this, right? This is a very simple question. So just try to solve this. What you'll get, that is nothing but around 36.8 or 9. है ना? So 36.9 ATM. So this is the pressure. Hmm? चलो. So this is all about किस तरीके से तुम लोग क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हो, है ना? Okay. So now, ठीक है. So let's see the question number 41, है ना? So what the question number 41 asks, the vapor pressure of the liquid in the closed container depends upon which of the following factors, right? The first one is the temperature of the liquid, quantity of the liquid, and the surface area of the liquid. So in this question, they're asking vapor pressure of the liquid and in the closed container depends on which of the following factors, right? So first of all, vapor pressure does not depend upon the quantity and the surface area. This one is a very much clear, right? So just eliminate this two. That is no, 2 and 3 statement is absolutely wrong. So the vapor pressure of the liquid depends only on the temperature. So which one is the correct? That is option A only. The first one is only correct one, right? So this is the correct explanation for this. Now let's move to the next question. This question is very important and this question is from Ka. We have to find the value of Ka for H2SO4. So this question is from the solution chapter, right? So let's see if the osmotic pressure of the 1 molar aqueous solution of H2SO4 at 500 Kelvin is given, then what is the value of Ka? So how will you start this question? This one is very important, right? So we know that for the H2SO4, let me write the equation. For H2SO4, we know that this is the electrolyte and this will dissociate to give H plus, right? So this will give us 2H plus and what? That is SO4 twice negative. है ना? So H2SO4 dissociate into a 2H plus and SO4 twice negative. Now, if I'm talking about the initial thing at T is equal to 0, right? At T is equal to 0, that is initial time. So we know that the H2SO4 is fully and the amount of H and SO4 is 0. This is all the you think is know in your chemical equilibrium chapter. We know how will you calculate the degree of dissociation using all this formula, right? So at initially the concentration of H2SO4 is 1 molar and the rest all product because no product is formed at initially T is equal to 0. So their value is 0 and 0. Now finally, if we said that at T is equal to some time, let's say T is equal to T, right? At some time. So if the degree of dissociation is alpha, right? So let's see the degree of dissociation is alpha. So if this is 1 minus alpha, right? So अगर एक में से अल्फा गया तो दो में से कितना जाएगा obviously 2 alpha. So this is 2 alpha, right? And this is again alpha. So this is 1 minus alpha 2 alpha plus alpha. So what is I? Can you tell me what is I from this all? Yes, so we know that I comes out to be from this question. I comes out to be nothing but just add all these things. So this will be 1 minus alpha plus 2 alpha plus alpha. So it will comes out to be alpha alpha cancel. So it will comes out to be 1 plus 2 alpha. So that is nothing but 1 plus 2 alpha. So this is the value of I we have. So I is nothing, but it comes out to be 1 plus 2 alpha. Okay. So from here, we can calculate the value of alpha. How will you calculate? Let me show. We know the formula for the osmotic pressure. What formula we use for the osmotic pressure? So we know that what formula we use for the osmotic pressure? That is pi is equal to nothing but I into C into R into T. Right. So this is we know this thing. Huh? We already know the value of I pi. So what is osmotic pressure in this case? 90.2 atm. Just put the value. So pi we know 90.2 atm. What is I? I is nothing but 1 plus 2 alpha. So that is 1 plus 2 alpha. Right. What is C? So concentration is already given, I guess. Huh? So concentration is what? 1 molar aqueous solution. So concentration is 1 only. What is R beta? So R is equal to 0.082, and what is the temperature? That is 500. Okay. So क्या आप तुम इसको सॉल्व करके अल्फा निकाल सकते हो? ऑब्वियसली निकाल सकते हो, because here only one unknown quantity, and that is alpha. So what is alpha? So we can find the alpha very easily. So alpha comes out to be, on solving, alpha comes out to be 0.6. So this is the value of alpha we have, right? So this is how will you find the alpha, which is comes out to be 0.6. Now, how will you find Ka? Can anyone tell? The alpha means this is the degree of dissociation, right? So we know that Ka is equal to nothing but concentration of H plus raised to the power 2, and concentration of SO4 raised to the power hmm, SO4, है ना? That is SO4 twice negative. So this is one. Their power is only one. So this is SO4. Now next is, that is H2SO4. So that is the concentration of H2SO4. Just put the value. We know what is the value of H plus. So concentration of H plus is what? That is, this is H plus. So we know the concentration of H plus beta. Hmm? Yes, that is 1 molar aqueous solution we have only. So we know this value, that is, this is nothing but 2 into concentration. I'm talking about the concentration of this. What is H plus? What H plus is? That is 2 into alpha, right? This is the concentration of H plus, na? This one. And this is the SO4, and this is for H2SO4. So this is the concentration. So that is 2 alpha. So that is 2. And what is alpha? That is 0.6. That is keep. So that is nothing but 0.6. Raised to the power 2. Similar way, what is this? That is alpha. That is 0.6. And what is the concentration of this? That is nothing but 1 minus 0.6. That is 0.4. Just solve this. We'll get the value of K. That comes out to be 2.16. Right. The value of K is nothing but 2.16. So which one is the correct? That is A. So A is absolutely correct answer for this question, right? That is 2.16. So this one is very important question. First of all, we calculate, osmotic pressure of 1 molar solution of water is given. Then the value of K we need. So for K, we need the degree of dissociation, all this thing. So by knowing the value of Venn factor, we can calculate all this thing. Chalo. Now, this question is also very, very, very important. That is question number 43. So this question is also from the colligative property, that is solution chapter. So how many millimoles of sucrose should be dissolved in the 500 gram of water so as to get a solution which has a difference in 103 degrees Celsius between the boiling point and the freezing point. Kf and Kb are also given for this question, right? So we know that a boiling point and the freezing point, how will you write this, all this thing? Hmm? So we know that for this question, chicken. So what we know, beta, we know that boiling point of the solution. How will you calculate the boiling point of the solution? Can anyone tell me? How will you calculate the delta TB boiling point elevation? So we calculate by that is, yes, hmm, that is, we calculate boiling point evaluation, that is delta TB. Delta TB is nothing but that is equal to TB, hmm, TB minus TB naught, or TB naught minus TB. Can anyone tell? How will you calculate the boiling point evolution? That is, boiling point of the solution is more, or the boiling point of the solute of the solution. So that is TB minus TB naught. Similarly, how will you calculate the depression in freezing point? So we'll calculate by TF naught minus TF. Right. So this is how will you calculate this, all these things. So if you want to, what is TB? So let me write that TB is nothing but boiling point of solution. Okay. Similarly, what is TF? So TF is known as freezing point of solution. So can you calculate this TB and TF by using this value? Yes, obviously we can know. Right. So how will you calculate? We know that delta TB is given, which is equal to how much? Hmm? Yes. So this value is already given, which has a difference of 103 degrees Celsius. So let's see, let's calculate the value. So we know that given that this is delta TB plus delta TF is also is always equal to how many? That is equal to nothing but The according to question, the as get a solution which has a difference of 103 degrees Celsius between the boiling point and the freezing point, right? Between the boiling point and the freezing point. So this statement is already given that we can write as given, or we say according to question. According to क्वेश्चन. सो क्या पता है अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन भाई, जल्दी बताओ फटाफट. तो हम लोग को ये पता है अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन दैट इज 100 प्लस डेल्टा टीबी प्लस डेल्टा टीएफ is equal to 103. So the difference is already given, that is nothing but that is 103 degree Celsius. So from this we know that value of delta TB plus delta TF. This comes out to be 103 here minus 100. That is nothing but 3. So this value comes out to be 3. Right. So this is, we calculate the value is equal to 3. Now what is delta TB? Can anyone tell me? Yes, delta TB is nothing but KB into molality plus what is delta TF? That is KF into molality is equal to 3. Now, molality is common here. So this Kb plus Kf, and this is equal to nothing but 3. Right. So how will you find the molality from this equation? So we know that molality is nothing but this is equal to 3 into Kb plus Kf. We know the value of Kb plus Kf, just put the value. So we know 3 and we know the value of this one, right? So this is nothing but Kb is equal to 0.52 and Kf is equal to 1.86. So this molality comes out to be 3 upon this, right? That is 3 upon 2.38. So this is nothing but 3 upon 2.38. So this is the molality. Done. सबको समझ आ गया? How will you calculate the molality? Because we know the delta TB and delta TB minus TF. Delta TF is equal to this into this. So according to the question, the difference between what? The difference between get a solution with the difference of 103 degree between the boiling point and freezing point. Right. So this is the boiling point and freezing point. So this is the difference. So difference between this is equal to 103 degree. So we just calculate this value. So we get the molality. Now, what after molality? We know that what is molality, beta. So, what is molality? Molality is nothing but mass of the solute divided by molar mass, right? So, mass of the solute divided by molar mass into 1000 upon mass of the solvent. Mass of the solvent. So, this is the molality. So, what is the molality? That is 3 upon 2.38. Mass of the solid you have to calculate. What is the molar mass, beta? Can anyone tell me? What is the molar mass? So in this, how many millimeters of sucrose? So we have a sucrose. So we know that molar mass of sucrose is nothing but 342. This is again 1000. And what is the mass of the solvent? Hmm? So 500 gram of water. The mass of the solvent is given, that is 500. Just solve this two. On solving, you'll get the value of x. So simplify on solving, you'll get the value of x. That comes out to be nothing but 0.63. But in the question, they are asking in millimoles, so just multiply by 1000. So you'll get the 630 millimoles. Okay. So this is the correct option, that is 630 millimoles. Okay. So this is all about how will you solve this question and how will you get the answer for this one. Huh? Chalo. Let's see the next one. That is question number 44. That is the two solution are available. One is 1 liter of 0.1 molar NaCl and another is a 2 liter of 0.2 molar CaCl2. Then using these two solution, what maximum volume of the solution can be prepared having chlorine negative concentration 0.34 molar exactly. Assume both electrolytes are strong. So you have to assume that both the strong electrolyte are very, very strong. Hmm? Let's see the solution of this. Let me solve here only. Okay. So, what the value they will get? So, let the volume of NaCl will be X and the volume CaCl2 will be Y. So, let's assume that. So, let the volume of NaCl solution. So let the volume of NaCl solution be x, है ना? And and volume of CaCl2 solution is Y. Just remember this. Okay. So let the volume of NaCl solution is X and the volume of copper chloride solution is Y. Then how will you find that? So we know that that is already given. Then 0.1 molarity है ना, into X, that is volume, plus 0.4, 0.4, 0.4 into how much? That is Y. And divided by V1 plus V2, just using the molarity equation, X plus Y, you'll get is equal to 0.3. Okay, you'll get this is equal to 0.34. The concentration of chlorine is already given now. So this comes out to be 0.3. Just solve this, just multiply and solve this. So on solving, what you'll get? You just multiply this thing. So you'll get like 0.1x plus 0.4y is equal to 0.34x plus 0.34y. So on solving, what you will get? X by y is nothing but 0.06 upon 0.24. So or we say 1 by 4. So what is x? So or we say what is y? Y is equal to 4 times of x. So you get the relationship between y and x. Y is equal to 4 times of x. है ना? So if the maximum volume, so if y is equal to 2, right? If the y is equal to 2, then x is equal to 2 upon 4, that is 1 by 2. है ना? So if the y is equal to 2, if y is equal to 2, x comes out to be half. So that is 0.5. So which one is the correct one? That is 0.5. Hence the maximum volume of the solution that can be prepared is 2 plus 0.5, that is 2.5. That is 5 by 2, or we can say 2.5 liters. So option A is absolutely correct. Hmm? So option A is absolutely correct for this answer. I hope this is understood. समझ आया होगा सबको कि कैसे सॉल्व किया हम लोगों ने. चलो. Now let's move to the next question. That is question number 46. So what the question number 46 asks? Let's see. What the question number 46 asks. So basically in question number 46, they are asking, assume the seawater is 3.5% mass by mass aqueous solution of NaCl. If the molality of the seawater is X, then find the value of 100x. Report the answer in the nearest integer form. So this is a numerical based question. So let me solve this. So we know that mass of the solute is given. So what is the mass of the solute? That is 3.5 per 100 gram of the solution, because percentage is given. So mass of the solute is nothing but 3.50 gram. Okay, so this is the mass of the solute. This is given. Now, so what is the mass of the solvent? Because we know that the mass of the solution is 100, because percentage is given. Na? Whenever the percentage is given, then always mass of solution is 100. So just subtract this from 100 minus 3.5. So it comes out to be 96.5. So this is the mass of the solvent. So what is molality? So we know that how will you calculate the molality? So molality is nothing mass of the solute, which is equal to 3.50 grams divided by the molar mass. So what is the molar mass? Oh, this is the NaCl, na? So for NaCl, molar mass is nothing but 58.5. This is 1000, and what is the mass of the solvent? That is 96.5. Just solve this. So this is very simple question. This comes out to be 0.620 molar of Na and Cl. So what is the value of X? So just multiply by 100. So when you multiply by 100, what you'll get? You'll get the 62. So what is the correct answer? That is 62. So 62 is the numerical value for this question. 46. Let me see question number 47. What the question number 47 does? So in this question, assume a vapor pressure of the pure A is 70 mm Hg. So this question is from the Royle's law. So let's see the vapor pressure. That is the pure vapor pressure of the liquid one is nothing but 70 mm of Hg. This is given. Okay, these all are the given data. Now again, mole fraction of X is also given. That is nothing but 0.8. If the vapor pressure of the solution, है ना? So if X is given, then you calculate XV because we know that in the binary solution X plus XB is equal to 1. So XV comes out to be nothing but 0.2. That is 1 minus 0.8. That comes out to be 0.2. This is 0.8, right? So this comes out to be 0.2. Now the vapor pressure of the solution is given, which is equal to 84 mm of Hg. So this is the PS. Ah, now we know that how will you find the formula for PS? PS is equal to P naught A XA plus P naught B XP. This is no we know from the Rolle's law. Right, just put the value. So by putting the value, we know the PS is equal to 84. We know P naught A is equal to 17 and mole fraction is equal to 0.8. We know P naught B, we don't know P naught B. And this is what we have to calculate. And we know B, which is equal to 0. What? That is 0.2. So what is PV? So we can easily calculate P naught B, which comes out to be 150 M. Right. So this is how we calculate. So these two questions are from the only the colligative properties and very simple. That is one from the Royle's law and one from the simple molality. Hmm? So this is how will you solve this question. So I hope this is very simple and you can easily solve such type of question. Now let's move to the next question. That is question number 49. So what the question number 49 asks beta? Okay. So in question number 49, 18 gram of glucose having molecular mass is given is added to 178.2 gram of water. The vapor pressure of the water in total for this aqueous solution is 10x. We have to find the value of x. Right. So this is from the relative loading in the vapor pressure. So we know the formula for the relative loading in the vapor pressure. And what is the formula beta? That is for relative loading in vapor pressure. Relative loading in vapor pressure. So we know the formula for the relative loading in vapor pressure, that is delta P upon P naught is is equal to number of moles of solute upon my number of moles of solvent. So this is the formula we know, है ना? So this is the formula we know this. So how will you calculate the number of moles of solute and solvent? So we know data is already given. The number of mole of glucose. So glucose 18 gram of glucose is given and the molecular mass is 180. So this comes out to be 0.1. Similar, how will you calculate capital N? Hmm? So for capital N, we know the mass of the solute is given 1.78.2 gram of water. So divided by 8. So this comes out to be 99. Hmm? So this is the 99 moles. So total number of moles of water is this. So this is the total number of it. Always remember this is n plus n. Better you can write as n plus n. So total number of mole. So just calculate the formula. So you get delta P. So what is delta P? So delta P is equal to what is delta P? So delta P is equal to P naught into n upon n plus n. Just put the value. What is P naught here? So P naught value is nothing but 760. What is n here? Nothing but 0.1. What is this? So this comes out to be 10. Right. So this comes out to be total value comes out to be 7.6 torr. 7.6 torr. So this is the answer. So this in this question you have to find the 10x. What is the value of x? So value of x is comes out to be what? That is 7 into 6. So this comes out to be vapor pressure of the solution. Let me write here. So the vapor pressure of solution, because vapor pressure of solution you want now. So vapor pressure of solution is nothing but 760 minus 7.6, right? So this comes out to be 752 torr. 752 torr. So this is the value of x. So this is how will you find the x. That is 750. I hope this is also clear to you. It's a very simple one. That is how will you find the value of x. So the value of x comes out to be 750. Okay. Now let's see the next question. That is question number 50. So in question number 50, they are asking in an organic compound of molar mass 108 gram per mole. C, H, and N are presented 9 ratio 1 ratio 3.5 by weight. If the molecular formula is represented by CX, H8, and Y, then ratio of X and Y is. So you have to calculate the ratio of X and Y. So how will you calculate the ratio of X and Y? Let me see. This is the C, this is the H, and this is the N. Right. So what is the mole? Let's find the mole ratio. So we know that mass is given 9 and molar mass is 12. Mass is given 1, molar mass is 1. Mass is given 3.5, molar mass is 14. So this ratio comes out to be better. 3 ratio 4, 1, and this again 1 ratio 4. Hmm? 1 ratio 4. So this is the ratio of carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Now, so we can also write down this is 3, 4, and 1. Hmm? So the formula like C3, H4, and N2. So this is the empirical formula. We know on this way only we can find the empirical formula. But what is the molecular formula? So for molecular formula, we know that molecular formula is nothing but 2 into empirical sorry, 2 into empirical formula. So how this 2 comes? This 2 is nothing but the value of N. Right. So N, how N comes out to be 2. So we know that N is equal to molecular mass upon empirical formula mass. So this comes out to be 2. So from this, we're using this 2. So this comes out to be again C6, H8, and N2. What is x by y? So here x by y is nothing but 6 by 2. So that is 3. So what is the correct answer for this question is 3. So this is all. है ना? So we all in this whole class हमने पूरे 50 क्वेश्चन अपने सॉल्व किए. That is from 26 to 50. So ये सारे important questions थे. These all are the important questions of this chapter. So this test is very good. It consists of a good question, easy to medium. We can say that some concept-based questions are there. Some very interesting questions are also there. So आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू सबने अच्छा ही किया होगा पेपर. और जिनको कोई भी डाउट था उन्होंने अभी देख लिया इसको, तो इसको बार बार देखो, समझो और अपनी गलतियों से सीखो, है ना. इफ यू डू एनी मिस्टेक जस्ट ट्राई टू look at the solution, try to solve as many question as you can, then you definitely from the upcoming test you are going to perform very well, right? So let's meet in the next class where we'll discussing some more important thing. We'll take care, bye, and just try to solve as many as you can.